Hi, welcome back. Today I'm gonna share a little bit about the tips debugging AWS-CDK using the VSCode Debugger. When you develop a CDK application, you definitely need something that allows you to inspect what's going on inside an object or inside a variable, and so you can make some update, make some revise of your code. We have seen issue on AWS CDK back to 2020 August in terms of the debugging tips using the debugger, and yeah, it was great. And we and there was a blog post back to 2020 about CDK debugging in VS Code. Today I'm gonna walk through the experience using the VS Code debugger, especially on the unit tests. Okay, so let's get it started. First thing first, I'm gonna create a dummy CDK stack. Let's make it Amazon ECS service, a random service. Okay, so for example, I should have a cluster, and I already have a default ECS cluster. I should have a test definition, right? Test definition. Let's make it new ECS Fargate. Fargate test definition. Okay, Fargate test definition. Whatever CPU or memory, I don't care. Okay, so for Fargate test definition, we should add at least one container into that test definition, and it was great. Amazon Q just helped me to auto-complete everything as a demo, as a sample. So now we have a test definition with Nginx container. Now we can create a Fargate service using that test definition and bring up the services in the cluster, right? Okay. Okay, so now my Fargate service is ready. Okay, now I have a DummyStack. Let's deploy this DummyStack. Okay, let's assume it deploys. Okay, but what if I really need to know what do I have in this stack object or stack variable? What's inside? How can I inspect all the attributes or properties, variables, anything inside this? What can I do? So that is where the debugger comes in. So for debugger with VS Code, you need to click this, run and debug, open the launch.json. This is my launch.json file. The definition for the debugger. What you really need to update is the program. So program is the primary entry point binary of your CDK executable. So in this case, for example, my workspace is at this directory, and I actually have a CDK executable here, here or here. They are actually identical. It's actually a symbolic link. So I would like to make it this path for the program, and the arguments is like I always prefer CDK diff to see what's gonna happen. So I would just use diff as the arguments. Okay, so let's go back to the main app. So now I have a CDK app. I define my environment variable. Also, I define my environment for the stack environments. And I create a dummy stack like this. So now if I have a breaking point here, just click here. And now let's just click this button, launch program, and switch to the debug console. You should see something like this, a lot of variables or attributes collected. But if you look at the stack, it's still undefined. So you have to move it a little bit forward. So I probably will have a little trick like this so I can have another breaking point here. And let's do it again. Okay, it stops here, right? Undefined. Let's move on to next breaking point. Hey, continue. We got here, right? So now we have the dummy service stack. If you look at the stack, we actually have some properties for this stack and account. So what is really important is that we should have a node under the service, right? Node under the service and the children or default child. So I have all the properties of the L1. Yeah, launch type Fargate, right? Yeah, so that's it. You are allowed to inspect what's going on in your CDK application for debugging purpose. So now I'm gonna show you what if I'd like to write a unit test for this dummy stack. What can I do with the debugger? Okay, so let's stop it and let's jump to the tests. Okay, so for test, let's make a demo test here, TypeScript. So we should import the template from the AWS-CDK lib assertions. So template, with template, we are allowed to get the return template from the stack. Let's see what's gonna happen from Amazon Q. Okay, so interesting. So step props should be optional like this. Okay, and so we don't have to specify any properties, right? So, okay, so that is where the template comes in. So template from stack essentially return the template. So you can have like template has properties to check if this template from that stack is having any specific resources with some very specific property. So let's say it should have ECS service, right? So let's make it this way. Should have one ECS service. Okay. Resource count is 1, right? The ECS service should have launch type as Fargate, right? Hey. Okay. Again. Okay. Awesome. So this is by Amazon Q, but if you don't have Amazon Q, you have no idea what's inside the template, right? So that is where the debugger comes in. So I'm gonna configure another launch.json for this unit test. Unit tests, I'm just comment of. In CDK, the unit test is essentially a jest tests framework. So the arguments should point to your unit tests file under the test directory like this. Okay, I'm gonna define my environment variable for this debugger, like CDK default region, US East 1, default account, my AWS account ID. So the debugger would pass the environment variable all the way to the stack environment. Okay, so my stack would be allowed to get, for example, my default VPC from the context provider. Okay, let's do it. Make sure to switch to the debug console. Okay, let's do it. Okay, we stop here at this point, right? So let's check our variables. We should have stack, which is the dummy stack, right? Awesome. We should have template, right? Okay, so let's see what's inside the template. Okay, we have resource list. So now we have the ECS service here, and we can see the properties of the ECS service. And yeah, see, the launch type should be Fargate, right? This should be Fargate. So let's make it Fargate. So we can stop the debugger, and let's just run the young test. Okay, so let's run the test with young test on demo test TypeScript. Okay, it passed. So yeah, that's how it works using the VS Code Debugger for you to write a better unit tests for AWS CDK. I hope you find this video useful. Okay, let me know if you have any comments and feedback. We'll see you next time. Bye.